to the PFL. It is me, Caster Ped. I return again, as hopefully you're all happy to see. I was here before Christmas when we finished off the First Division, the EU First Division. Mad Army obviously taking the win in that. Polgish and his team were absolutely magnificent prior to the Christmas break. Saying that, I hope everybody did have a great Christmas break. Great Christmas Day if you celebrate, and a great New Year's as well. We're now here at the end of January. Time has flown by, people. There is definitely no stopping here at the PFL, and Moe being Moe, he likes to keep it busy. When there's nothing going on, he throws a cheeky little cup in there, and it keeps teams energized, it keeps teams going. It's a group stage competition, as we like to see here with Moe, and we do have a nice graphic for you, which we'll shove onto the screen now. It makes me look a little bit like a little carrot on the screen compared to the size of the box around my camera. However, as you can see, these are your groups. We have 8 groups here in the PFL competition. It is a groups, then knockout format. So by the sounds of it, 16 teams will qualify from the group stages. So that'll be all your second places from Group A to Group H. And then, yeah, I think that should just be it. That's actually, I think that's probably why he's done 8 groups this time and not 6, so he doesn't have to mess around with third places. The cash prizes is a big, massive wallop, €1,500. Again, Moe reaching into his own pockets there and making sure this can happen. So make sure players and managers, you give your appreciation. And listen, I won't be taking any shit on Moe's behalf. I don't want to see any beefing in the chat or any complaining, or you'll have me to deal with. I don't care who you are or who you work for. I work for someone bigger and better than you. Okay? Give Moe respect. Give him a little bit of, thank you very much, Moe, for putting on these great competitions like we all do. Viewers as well, welcome back as well. It's a 4-week competition, so you've got us for the whole of February, basically. So I hope you're locked in and ready to go this next month for some amazing PFL action. Pro Clubs is looking good. Obviously, we've started the day off a little bit late due to technical difficulties. So as you can see, this competition's already kicked off to an absolutely magnificent start. But are we surprised? Not necessarily, because that's how we're used to things going here. But to have a little bit more of an idea then of the groups that we have in this competition, what we'll do is we'll just shoot across to this screen momentarily. I'm going to keep my eye on game 1 here just to make sure they don't go in because they were late, and that means as a background of that, we started late. However, if we look here then, one thing that we can notice is that if we see here, we've got Group A with Cancel Lab, SSC Phantom, Lecco Esports, PCS Esports. Obviously, no game's been played, so the placements are just probably based off the alphabetical order of the letters. Group B, we've got Famalicao, BP Esport, GSK, and MGT Squadra Montroli, and that's a stacked group, obviously, with Famalicao and GSK. They're going to be competing each other. BP Esport as well have put themselves on the map recently, so that'll be interesting to see how they fare. Group C, then, Nyom, Pondernik, MZE Foot, and FTW for the win. Glad to see for the win back. One of the best Portuguese rosters I've had the pleasure of casting over in the past in the PFL. I really enjoy the Portugal derbies that we get in these sorts of competitions. Group D, then we've got the IIP, White Bears, Charisma, Cantera FC, MDF. I have not heard of any of these teams, I don't believe, before, but I presume it'll have players that we've seen in there. Group E, we have Al Wahar, OSD Gaming, Krasnodar, ESP, and Vantage Football. So presumably they're a Spanish roster. We know Vantage, and I'm pretty sure Moe said Al Wahar is a built-up team. We've seen OSD in the Division 1 League. Group F, we've got Class, Corinthians, Gladiator. Corinthians, but Gladiator probably based on the football team, the Corinthians. It's great to see them in another esport. They are dominating the world of football esports. I've got to have a little chat with them. Nemesis and Engine. Engine presumably is Little Engine, as we seen in the past. Group G, then we've got PFC Elite. I was actually really impressed with that roster when I seen them last season. Despite them not doing too well on the league table, they were a very, very good roster when I seen them towards the end of the season. So this should be a great chance for them to prove themselves in this competition. Darkside Esports, a new team. Digital Esports, they're back again looking to claim some glory. I'm pretty sure they may have won one of these tournaments in the past, or at least made the final. They've been very competitive in these Champions League Cups and things that Moe puts on. So it'll be interesting to see how they do. Vultures 11 join them as well in that group. Group H, then final group is Nexus Esports, Misa Esports, Olympique Minilha, and Gil Vicente FC. Now, I've just realised that I'm not actually scrolling down on your screen, so you can't see what's going on. So I'll move down now so you can see what I'm talking about here for the bottom groups. Blame Moe, the website's too long. However, no, actually, give me an embed. If you give me the embed link, it'll be easier. But As you can see, Misa Esports, I believe that's the game we're doing right now, is meant to be Misa Esports and somebody else. Yeah, Misa Esports and Nexus Esports. So we'll just jump through the lineup. They're about to load into the game, so we'll shoot through this as quickly as possibly here. But as you can see, the team's very, very strong. I'm just trying to remember how to do this, because it's been a second since. There we go. Okay, so in goal we've got Destroyer, left centre back. Oh my God, Moe, you legend! You've added the positions. Oh, you've added the positions. Left centre back JHK, centre back XO, right centre back Eve Gen, left midfield D3PF, left defensive mid NXS. Central attacker mid Atlanta UT, right defensive mid Merkins, NX Shrudger, right midfield, NXS Reedy Remorse at left striker, and at left striker we've got DE5 TPO. Now then, Misa Esports, we've got Chris Boras, we know that name, Alvarez left centre back, Valdi centre back, Batray as right centre back, Carlos Scorales, Alvaro, Goisol, De Guito, Ibkin Season, Jose Leo, and Wembanyama. So basically the build of a team we seen last season. I can't remember what they were called last season. Moe can tell me the game has started. We'll shoot right across to that. We don't want to waste any time here getting into things, getting into the nitty gritty. We just want to be able to fly through today. So it looks like we've got Misa in the red Man United kit here, going left to right, and right to left we've got Nexus playing with the Portugal kit and the nice white strip there. So that's a lovely cross-field pass already there from Nexus. It's going to be moved around the pitch. A lot of new players here on this Nexus roster, so it's a chance for them to really prove themselves in this competition. And obviously, Moe only goes and recruits the best for these invitational competitions. Alvaro looking to start an attack here. Carlos Scorales moving the ball well, but they're going to try and find a chance here to get a goal, an early goal, get a shot off as well. Paley Pale, shot comes in, saved by the goalkeeper. Destroy puts it out for a corner kick. It's going to give a chance now for a goal to go in. Early doors. Goalkeeper's very, very far into the middle here. He's marking the striker himself, but it's going to go over his head, and the goalkeeper doing some bizarre antics there, pissing around like he's one of the outfield players. Left a real opening at the back post, and one thing that these players will do in PFL is they will make sure they make their set pieces count, and they have done here. 1-0, and they've given Misa Esports a really easy start to this game. I'm not sure what the goalkeeper was thinking, but I'm sure his teammates will be giving him a bit of stick in the headphones, telling him, what are you doing? He may have just bottled their chances here in this game, because as soon as you start giving confidence to a team such as Misa, they will take that and they will use that against you, and it's very, very hard to break a team like this down, especially when they're in the lead. But we'll see what happens as the game develops. Goey Sol now in the middle. He's got a chance to play it forward. He finds it to his teammate, whose name's like Zaki or something like that. These players keep making their names bizarre. Really hard for me to be able to know what they mean. But, again, here we go. It's moving it nicely. Merkins here plays it to the right-hand side. It's going to be moved back. Nice 1-2 there with Evgen and Merkins. It's going to be cleared to the other side of the field here. Touchdown by Ars. Atlanta to Exo. To Evgen. They're moving the ball okay, but Alvaro there gets a great interception. Changes the speed of the game. That's offside. I think he pulls off to make sure the flag doesn't go up and give a free kick to the opposition team, which I've not really seen too many players do. Probably many players don't get the opportunity to, but it was nearly a perfectly weighted pass from Alvaro, which would have set his team on the attack and set them one-on-one with the goalkeeper. But again, making progressions. Nexus are looking strong in the movement sense. That's onside, I think. No, offside. It was called very, very late. These linesmen lately. Oh, shit. Yeah, it was 30 seconds too late from the linesman, so I thought that he was playing on. I was going to say, it looked like about 2 meter rulers offside. It's out for a throw in here. Carlos Scorales will make sure of that. Alvaro flicks it on. E5 wins it. Atlanta tries to keep it going. Move the ball nicely here. Down the right-hand side. Looking to find a cross in. Alvaro. It's down to the middle. The defence will deal with it temporarily. And Alvaro moves the ball to Joselino. Chance to shoot. But right to the right-hand side. Zakimi season. Cherky. Alvaro. He's got chance here. But it's going to be defended well. And it will be out for a throw-in. Still, as I say, nothing really overly developed in this game at the minute. It is just the corner goal that we have seen. The set piece mistake from the goalkeeper that has given the lead. But again, That's just the way it goes sometimes. That's a good ball down the left-hand side, though. He's going to send Joselino right off. He's away from the defender as well. He just needs to play the sweaty pass across, or is he going to go alone? He takes the defender one way, sends him another. But Exo gets back, gets the slide in there, puts it out for a corner before the problems are caused. And as I say, that's the main thing here. But here we go. It's headed nicely. And Carlos Scorales will try and get the ball forward. Again, it's always just trying to build up some play here. But at the moment, obviously, they're struggling to do that. But that's the fun of the game. Misa Esports are a very, very strong roster. And they will find more than one way to penetrate that goal line. But moving nicely here, Nexus again. The debutant team. Or they might have played before. And Mo will have to let me know if these guys have competed before in this competition. I personally haven't seen them, but you never know with this. You know, these teams always have an opportunity to come and play and to be around. So it'll be interesting to see what's going on here with them. But it's going to be Deathflix now. It's going to be cleared away. It's chested down and won. Moved, well, attempted to be moved down the line. It's not going to be, though. Atlanta will clear it to Merkins, then to Ars. Flicks it down the line. He's onside, but headed away nicely from the defence here. That's going to be offside. The referee's flag is up on time this time. They've heard the criticism. They've taken it into account, and they're not being slow anymore. That is the sort of the one thing that we ask for of the officials in this game. Goey Sol, a bit dangerous on the goal line there, but not going to be too dangerous now. It's been cleared away. One back by Nexus here at the midfield. They're doing a good job of getting the ball back now. It's just a shame that they lack the concentration needed on that corner, because I tell you what, they'll kick themselves if that's the reason they lose this game. They've been decent. They've not had necessarily any chances, but neither have the opposition. Misa, only really that corner. There may be a couple more here and there, but again, that corner was the main one. Here we go, though. Carlos Scorales. It's just going to be a P-roller on the ground. No problem for the goalkeeper there. And again, you know, this is just the way that things will seem to go in this first half. I don't think there'll be enough time for another attack here. No, headers won, and that will be blown up for half-time. A lot to think about for the teams. Most definitely a lot to think about. But, again, what do we think needs to change here for Nexus? What do they need to do differently? I think that they're doing well at tracking back. They're doing well at intercepting the ball at the goal line. But have they got what it takes to get any sort of creation going on upfield in the offensive half? They haven't really done too much. They get the ball, they get a couple of passes around, they string it towards the opponent's final third, but then as soon as they get to that position, they are not finding any quality whatsoever. I don't know whether they've even had a shot on target that half. They haven't had one that's been so memorable anyway. So a real improvement needed here from Nexus if they see themselves finding anything in this game. That early goal really killed it for them. It was a stupid goal to give away, and they will be kicking themselves over it, because I tell you what, other than that, Misa have been quite quiet for a team of experienced players, especially in these PFL competitions. They know how this stuff works. They are not any rookies when it comes to PFL and how we do things here in these competitions. They've been here for a couple of years, so these guys are sort of one of the experienced teams who you'd expect to sort of fly through the competition. But here we are now for the second half. We'll jump back in. We'll see if we can find any excitement in the closing time of this game here. It's a good crossover. It'll be cleared away quickly. Nexus already starting the half off, looking for a counter-attack, and that's what I want to see from them a lot more. Using the pace down the left-hand side there, moving nicely into the centre now. It's a bad first touch. It is won back by the defence of Misa, who now launch away Cherik down that right-hand flank. Moving it across field, switching flanks to Jabrasi. Alvaro will go back to Joselino, moving the ball well. Goey Sol forward to Pele. Pele now back to Patrai, moving the ball well here. Goey Sol again. Looks to go through the middle. It will be slid away and won back nicely by Nexus. But that last ball again, that final touch is just not good enough. And it's going to set a counter-attack quickly for the opponent. Cherky will win the ball back here to maintain pressure for Misa. As Scorales moving towards the box. Alvaro is there, Scorales too. They're both tackling each other. They're not really making a decision. It's a big scramble on the area. The goalkeeper's out of the goal again. Someone needs to sack him. He's playing like crap. He's very lucky not to be 2-0 down there because the goalkeeper again in no man's land. It's like he smoked a joint. His head's all over the shop. He's never where he needs to be. Unless he's playing on 100 ping or more, it's not excusable. He's so far off the paces. Fortunately, his defence keep him alive. But Nexus, you've got to have some considerations for what's going on in your goal. Because that's been the biggest problem so far. Not only for the corner, but nearly there again. You can't just keep leaking goals because your goalkeeper's got a tendency to walk off. It's like Aaron Ramsdale. Sam Ramsdale? What's his name? Is it Aaron Ramsdale? I think it is Aaron Ramsdale, is it? Yeah, Aaron Ramsdale. It's like Aaron Ramsdale. He can't focus all the time when he's in goal. Hence why Arsenal got rid of him, because they thought, we can't have a keeper who's looking at the clouds and looking at the star formations whilst we're in the middle of a game. And that's the same thing here, Stop pissing around, get yourself real. But that's a great chip pass there from Nexus. They're going to look to head it into the middle, but again, it's just, they've got some great ideas. They look threatening at times, but they just can't seem to finish off. Again, a great interception there, high press. But then what is the player doing with the ball? They just give it away so cheaply, and that's the big problem. At the moment, it seems, giving the ball away too much. And here we go against one back. Atlanta now in the middle. They're winning the ball back very, very well in the central positions, but they're just not doing a lot with it. And that's the problem. Cherky has been doing a very good job, in all credit to Misa, in their defence. They have done very well to keep this Nexus team out. They've got that one goal cushion. They're happy to sit back and let the ball come to them. They're not trying to push it. But they're trying to just get a grip here. Here's Joselino. Oh, that's a fantastic angle from Joselino. But again, for a goalkeeper to get beat at your front post, it is poor. But it's a fantastic strike, great control. The goalkeeper, again, completely clueless on what's going on. Maybe it was the goalkeeper's power that went out for Nexus, and they've had to throw little Timmy in goal, who's usually the water boy. But this goalkeeper is not a goalkeeper, or at least not a very experienced one. He makes Onana look like a saint. I don't know what's going on at the minute with this keeper, but he's got dodgy hands, he's got butterfingers, and he's never in the right place. It's like he's walking the plank, he's shaking when he's on the goal line. I don't know what's going on. He's been the biggest sort of decider of this game for me. I feel like the Nexus players, they haven't created anything, but there we go. Look at this one-touch football, fucking tiki-taka. Get the shot off as well. It's not bad at all from Nexus. They've actually got a little bit of character about them, and I think they will grow into this competition. Granted, this isn't their starting keeper, because this goalkeeper, he's been on a night out or something. He's not right for the job at the minute. And there we go again. It's going to be broken away. The players attack on each other on Misa, but they still managed to get away with the ball. All the defenders were beaten. However, no goal was found in the end, and it will be looked to clear away now. EXO and JHK moving the ball around nicely. Atlanta will move it. Ready, Remorse. Nice ball down to the right-hand side there. It's going to be flicked into the centre. Shot comes in. What a save from Chris Bora. It's the only sort of involvement he's had this game, in this fixture, in the 73rd minute. Now Alvaro, though, he's just going to take time off the clock. They've got a 2-0 lead, 75th minute. They've not got a rush to cause any problems here. It's a great ball forward, though, and it's going to be found by Cami Season, who looks to go for the back post. He finds it. The goalkeeper again defeated. Another purple hair gang, 3-0. Misa now running away with it. The goalkeeper not left in any prettiness there either, but I think the defence at this point from Nexus is completely destroyed. It was a great first time through ball. The meta in 1v1, the meta in pro clubs. The first time through ball meta has finally reached the 11th scene. It's such a popular pro tactic, to be honest. It's so broken, and the game doesn't seem to want to fix it, because EA is so realistic at times. But there you go. That's fantastic. Jabasi moving it to Alvaro, flick over the top. That's a fantastic ball. Again, the weight of the passes that Misa have got, it just shows how much they've been playing this game and keeping up with the changes. That they're absolutely magnificent. I can tell you from experience that I don't play this game for very good reason of controllers will be flying. But if I did, I definitely wouldn't be as good as these guys on the pitch right now. That's another great ball, but it's going to be offside. I thought it was onside. Again, the refereeing standards at the minute are not very good, considering they don't seem to ever tell you what's going on. That's flicked over the top. It's another chance for Nexus here. One goal maybe for confidence would be ideal, but it's a scramble on the goal line, cleared away. It's still going to be in possession of Nexus here on the edge of the box, who flicks it back in, not in coordination with the team. And at the 83rd minute, the defender's taken on 2 attackers. And he wins it as well. Cherky goes forward. Opai Pele over the top. It might just be a perfect ball. The goalkeeper's not even came to collect it. He stood static on his line. He is absolutely shite. What is he doing? He had a chance to come out and collect the ball. It probably would have beaten Cammy there to the ball. However, he's cemented to his goal line. He's super glued to the floor. And even when the sweaty passes, you know, you can predict it from a mile away. He still stood on the floor, doesn't slide in, doesn't dive or anything. This goalkeeper has literally been the difference here between these two teams. One of the biggest differences. I'm not going to take all the credit away from Misa. They've played a magnificent game, especially counter-attacks and the damage they've caused. The weighted passes over the top, the direct style they've gone for is working for them. However, the big problem seems to be how this goalkeeper has done some hard drugs before playing this fixture. I don't know what he's doing. He's never seems to be where he's meant to be. And that's why I think it's little Tim and he's got his first ever call-up and he's shitting bricks because I don't know what he's doing. I genuinely think if they start shooting from the halfway line, he'll run away from the ball because I don't know. A tactical foul is going to be given away here on the edge of the box. And it's going to be a free kick. Oh, hello. Bit of power on it. Not quite a Ewan free kick. He's the guy who can pull a free kick off like it's no tomorrow. But we've got a nice little second game loading up for you here soon. I think they said the game's ready, so I don't know if that's just going to send it. We'll just dive into that one. But I'm sure Moe's having a little laugh over there to himself at the nice words I'm giving to this goalkeeper. But you know, you've got to give credit when credit's due, but you've also got to give criticism to those that need it. And well, Jesus Christ, don't we know that guy needs some criticism? I don't know who it. Let me go back to the lineup actually. Who is in goal there? I mean, his name's actually quite fitting for the team. His name is Destroyer, and Jesus Christ, has he destroyed that first game for them. That was dreadful. I've not seen a performance like that from a goalkeeper in the whole time I've casted clubs. I've never seen that. That was shocking. Like, to be fair to the actual outfield players in Nexus, they didn't do a bad job against one of the more experienced teams in this competition. But Jesus Christ, that was a hard watch. I mean, there's no way this guy can be a goalkeeper in the usual world, but that was shite. Really, really interesting game plan from Nexus. Let's hope for the next game we see them play, they have someone a bit more sturdy between the sticks. However, we move on from that first game. Congratulations to Misa. They get themselves 3 points and put themselves temporarily top of the table, I presume, with the 4-goal difference that they've just been gifted. So they will go temporarily top of the table. And they are a team I'd expect to qualify anyway. I'd expect to see them top 16. I think they're definitely capable of getting probably even as far as the semi-finals if they put their minds to it. As you can see there, Chris Boris in goal, the one chance that he had to stop, which was a dead-on one-on-one. He jumped for the occasion and made sure that he did the best with it. But that was absolutely fantastic. And I'm happy that happened. Very happy that happened. But let's wait now for Nasha and Famalicao to join into their game, our second game of the evening. I believe Moe has given me a good one in GSK and Famalicao, I believe it is. It is Famalicao versus GSK. I mean, that is one hell of a game to open the tournament on. I mean, GSK... Who's GSK again, Moe? I wonder. Let me go and have a look at who GSK are. There's so many team names, they always change that it's hard to remember them. But they played, obviously, in the Division 1. Oh, what's happened? Oh, I got an advert, and then it's put me back into the game, but I don't know if they're ready to start or not. Okay. Oh, right, okay, I think the game started. Right, yeah, brilliant, the game started. It wasn't really too sure what was going on there. But, yeah, let's go. So GSK, then, I've got their roster for a game at a different point in the evening. Oh! They've scored. Something must be... Hang on a minute. What the fucking hell's going on here? I got an advert and then I loaded into the game and there's been a goal off a set piece again in the first 2 minutes. Yeah. And Famalicao are 1-0 down. Well, there you go. GSK, what a team. Very, very reputable players. They've got Cactus in goal, Joker, Janik, Neutrini, RLC Manixon. That's not meant to be said. Wisers, Big Varmy, Nupek, Slazski, Natsu, and Joker. So I know quite a few of these players. Again, a lot of them are very, very good players. However, you'd expect Famalicao to win this game. Famalicao, I will know the players once I see the names. Zinni, he's the new addition that they got last season. I don't know who. Oh, then again, maybe I don't know the Famalicao players. I don't know who that is. Big Varmy, use your brain, bro. I know, use your brain, bro. Hang on a minute. Canella. Oh, there we go. We've got. At least we got Furyan. Furyan exists still. He's not left us. The one player's name that I've actually recognised from the Famalicao roster here in the start in 10 minutes. I've seen a lot of other names that I've never seen before. Zinni, I did see play for them. Canella, I think I've seen play as well. I think he's another one of the new additions. So I think I remember those two. Where's Luca? No Luca. There's Furyan again. Use your brain, bro. Is pulled down. Brecher. Okay, we've got Brecher. Brachau is new. Zinni. Who the fucking hell is who are these? Nasha, of course. Yes. That's the big one. Nasha. Brachau. Where's Gui? And where's... I don't know, well, Gui's a goalkeeper. He wouldn't be outfield. Oh, is he? No, he's not a goalkeeper. Gui, is he? Oh, I don't know. I'm getting myself all confused. I don't think Creativo's playing. And 10 NGK, I don't think he's here as well. Nupek, Tavami. Oh, one-touch football here from GSK. They're playing amazing. Over the top ball, headed away by one. Nupek, interesting tactic and strategy to get rid of the ball there. Who the fucking hell's Saquon Barkley? I mean, it must be players that it mustn't be the first team, because half the players are missing. Furyan, Brecher, Nasha. We'll count Zinni and Canella, so that's 5 of the main roster. Lonzo's new. He's never played for them before. Who's this on the corner? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with this roster now. I mean, Christ, you're only leaving for a couple of days and all of a sudden they've changed the whole fucking team around. It's only been a month. A little bit over a month since we last watched the Famalicao game as well. Now, I know they didn't necessarily win that season, so maybe they've made the changes because of that. However, I wouldn't say them changes have helped, considering they're now 1-0 down to GSK, and GSK are doing a very good job at managing this game. And the first touch passing from GSK is it's an absolute credit to them. I mean, look at the way they're moving the ball around here. Lonzo ball will win it back though for Famalicao, and I don't know who this is. Nupek will win it back, plays it onto the right. Use your brain, bro. Going to go for a march down that right-hand side, but he's going to be intercepted by Alujuwan, who's another new player for the Famalicao team. Another guy on the throw. He's going to get a good throw in there. Use your brain, bro. Tries to take it past, but what was his name there? I can't even keep up with it. It's going to be moved across now. Lonzo goes back to Brachau. Nasha over the top ball. It might be offside. Lonzo ball misses it anyway. It was offside. Thankfully for him, otherwise that chance was not excusable to miss. But Big Varmy, Big V, to Weiss's King, to Lua. King goes back to Varmy. Nice movement here in the midfield. Use your brain, bro. Again, he's been a link-up player, as well as Varmy. They've both been around Nupek as well. His name's constantly being shouted loud on the rooftops. Nice ping into the middle there. Great ball, actually. Good header on as well. Good attack here. Building. Manixon plays the pass across. Natsu just about gets a touch on it. Not a great pass from Manixon, but Weiss's will make it work. Moving down that left-hand side with a nice blue boots, blue gloves, and blue hair combination. Nasha will get in there with the interception, though. The veteran in the midfield there, probably one of the best midfielders in the competition. However, I'm not so sure if Nasha will be happy with his team here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where Famalicao have gone, unless they've just changed their names, because it's happened before where players have changed their names, like Troyer, for example, and you sat there scratching your chin for weeks trying to figure out who's who, and you realise, oh, he's changed his name. That was nice of him to tell me. But nice. This is a brilliant game so far being played from GSK. You can't fault it. Again, look at this. They're just completely dominating. They're going to look to get in. I mean, who the fucking hell's Peter Parker? This is a disgrace now. I'm like, who is Peter Parker? That's taking the piss at this point. We've got Spider-Man in goal. Well, what's happened to Gooey and the other dude? Oh, what a goal! Canella, top right corner. The flick-up game, he hit it on the volley. And he's just tied the game up for Famalicao out of nowhere. But who is Peter Parker? That's a mad thing. That is mad. Famalicao have not reported their roster, so nice one, Famalicao. Cheers for that, guys. That's lazy of you. I know they had a bit of problems last time they played. This is their first game of the night as well, and they've not put the bloody team info in, so I'm not going to be able to see. I'm not even going to be able to tell you who the Famalicao roster is for this competition. I wanted to see if, maybe it's just players unavailable. Maybe they're going to join in later games tonight. Maybe this is the early game where they can't all join. I don't know what's going on. Or whether they've just changed the names. That's going to be pinched up and pulled out of play. And now it's going to move across. It's going to be a free ball here for Zinni. Zinni gets a shot off. Good save by Cactus in goal. Pricking that ball like a cactus. But now, here we go. I've got the roster, the full roster from Moe. He always comes in clutch. So it's Gonzalo in. So Gonzalo's playing. Naisha, Breccia, NGK. So that's normal 4 players. Always normal 4 players for this team. Zinni joined in last season. Hadji's new. Darmso's new. Crimmy's new. Gooey's the main. Gooey and Edu Martins. They're the goalkeepers, I think. Unless I might. If I'm wrong, Gooey, I'm sorry. Braga is also a player. Nog. It'll be Nog, so he's also... Canella's new, Ferian's new, so no Luca. Oh, Luca and Dries left to Pulga. Creativo left and Tazic to PFC. Absco... So half the fucking players have said, no, Famalicao, you're not winning this season. The Glory Hunters, a lot of them have gone to Pulga. They've gone, do you know what? We're going to go and join the winning formula and join the French team. So that's going to be a mad call to listen to now with Pulgish, because his team is multicultural. It was just French last time I was there. And now it's gone multicultural off the post from Lonzo Ball. That was a perfect chance to win. Moe always coming in clutch, though, with the information, by the way. I mean, that's fantastic from Moe. Now, I know we don't get a lot of live viewers, but if any players are watching back, make sure to give that man a thumbs up in his DMs at this point in the video. So if he gets 100 DMs and he knows 100 people have watched it back, I hope players watch it back. That's the whole point of what we're doing here. Madison, oh, that's a good ball there. Oh, it's lovely. Barmy's been putting his arse, but the consequence of that is going to get a yellow card, unfortunately, and it's going to be a foul. But that was quite funny to watch from Sakwan there, putting him right on his backside. Now, we've still got most of the Famalicao boys, but interesting. I wonder if they'll be able to bring the players that have left back for the likes of the Sheffield Wednesday LAN, if VPG is still doing that this year. I've not spoke about it to anyone, so I don't know what's going on with it. But that's going to be a chance to score. It's going to be cleared again off the line. Good defending there by GSK. Last-ditch defending, but, they can maybe go up the other end and get a counter-attack here for a result if they so wish. Now, that's what they are going for. GMK will play it across. Zinni's there as well. He's doing a Maradona turn into nothing. Naisha to Sakwan. To Canella, moving the ball around well. It's going to be defended nicely. Back to Naisha here. He's going to flick it across the centre. Good header from Ferian, but saved by Kakus. No problem there whatsoever. Will get his hands on the back of the ball now and look to distribute it down the line. Here's Nupek. It's going to be moved away. Canella gets in there. Naisha to Sakwan. Yes. Will clear the ball away. Oh, good touch from Natsu there. Puts it onto the left as well. Moving nicely, Ferian. Breccia making the move, but Natsu gets in there with the interception. Flicks it middle, but Breccia will intercept. And looks to take the ball away. Clears it to the left-hand side. Now down the line. Zinni. Sakwan. Moving the ball well. Slasky gets a very interesting clearance out for a throw-in. The pressure's still going to be maintained by Famalicao, who are currently causing problems. Now it's going to be moving. SSC King is making the move as well. It's going to be a chance to shoot here for Natsu. Oh, chance to shoot, still marching through the players there. Bit of panic from Famalicao, as they didn't really know what was going on at all there. Now, Bracao moving down. Canella. Naisha. Sakwan. Lonzo ball. Canella. Shot comes in first time. Furyan. Showing that the problem was not the players that they've lost. Well, maybe it was the players that lost. Famalicao are looking to come back stronger here. They're looking to win this tournament, to show the players that have left, Luca, etc., that you've joined the wrong ship. You've joined a sinking ship, because Famalicao are back on the up, and maybe that's what they want you to know. Luca was too skillful, maybe, for them, so they've had to take it down a little bit. But moving it nicely. Down the line it goes. Here's Lonzo ball. Flicking the ball left and right, moving it round skillfully here like Messi. Sakwan as well, also there. Keep it going. Look at this. Perfect stuff, but Cactus again. Pricking that ball, keeping that control the way he wanted it. Mannixon. Going to go back before he goes forward. Varmy. Mannixon. Natsu. Flicks it down to Mannixon. Shot comes in. Peter Parker in goal will get the save. And now, big clearance out here in defence. It's going to be Nature. Flicks it across to Bracao. Sakwan Barley to Canella. It's Alonso ball. Nice movement there. Zinni tries to find it into the middle. Good interception. Cleared away. Nupek on the end of it. He's going to try and get rid of the ball now. He's playing around the back end. FCF. Famalicao are in obviously the lead here at the minute. Moving the bar on the back line. IS. Weissers again. Joker. Bracao will get in there, but Weissers will intercept once more. Moving the ball around well. Over the top it goes. Shot to come in from Use Your Brain, bro. But it will be put out of play. Out for a throw-in. Oh, yellow card is given, it looks like. But here we go. Good stuff. 81 minutes now. The centre-back's going to take the goal kicks. He doesn't have too much faith in the... Doesn't have too much faith in the goalkeeper to have those kicks doing it himself. And that is the main problem at the moment, I think. But if we have a look here, Furyan trying to get rid of it. Mannixon will get in there to cause some problems. Here we go. Weiss's King making that move. Oh, that's a dirty foul, that from Famalicao. That's an ankle breaker. Nupek tries to find it forward. The pass is blocked off. GSK throwing everything here to try and get anything, a point. Varmy's shoulder does pop the ball up, but it's going to be Weiss's again on the ball. I've actually liked how GSK have played. I think they're playing very, very well. They're not getting the look they need. Turn around and shoot. No, GNK will get the clearance instead. But that yellow card needs to be brought back from earlier because that was a horrible tackle. He nearly took the ankle off the poor guy. It's not really what you want to be seeing. But we're moving now. It's going to be a cross into the box here. Headed away. Chance to maybe shoot. Chance to maybe... Oh. It's not going to be found. Nature. To finish the game off, potentially. We'll just clear it down the line. Slasky with a long ball. Will the referee play on? It needs to be a white header. No, the referee will kick it off. And there's Famalicao. Your winners here of the game. A very different Famalicao roster than what we're used to, but still getting the job done, and for now are top of their group with the 3 points. Now, congratulations to them. Let's see how they are going to fare without their star man, Luca, their top goal scorer. And let's see if that makes a difference. Let's see if Nature can keep that team running as smoothly as we know it can do. I mean, the roster has looked strong, and they've still got players that have played for so long together. They should know each other inside and out. They've played at LANs, they've played in real life. These guys know each other to the bottom of their hearts, but we'll see how that one works. What I'm going to do is, just so I can run and get a drink before our next match begins, our final match of the night, I'm going to go and run for a drink, and then when we come back, we are going to have a fantastic game between the one and only King Banana TV. No, it's SSC Phantom versus Cancel Lab. So at the moment, I'm not certain I've seen these teams play before, but it's a new experience for me, you, and everybody at home. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm going to throw some music on, go and get a drink. I'll catch you all very, very shortly. See you soon. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a nice break, as I did, to find there was actually no water left in the fridge. So what we'll do is we'll get through this last game and we'll go and get more water. No, but we've got one more game for you this evening. As we mentioned previously, we've got two new teams. We've got Cancel Lab and SSC Phantom. So it'll be a very interesting game, this one, because we don't really know too much about these two teams. So we can only sort of guess on what we've done so far. However, these are the lineups for our two rosters who will be competing shortly. As we can see here, we've got a 3-1-4-2 formation. Both teams playing with this one. A lot of teams play with this formation. It's quite popular, actually. We've got I'm Mac in goal. Wanty69 left centre-back. Centre-back, we've got Maxovic. Then we've got Foz at right centre-back. Dimsu 2 Kanase at left midfield. Nez 5X at left centre midfield. Mivka at centre defensive midfield. X8 Theo at right centre midfield. And Far Sky at right mid. And X Smicker left striker. And Carnage at right striker. So these guys, I don't actually think I know any of these players so far. But hopefully I'm Max better and Golden, our first goalkeeper that we've seen for one of the new rosters. Destroyer. On the side of Cancel Lab, we've got Y Beerus. We've got Ait Maiga. We've got Roy Mikito, we've got Ghost Venko, we've got Only Gems, JMG, X-Mox, Tribal Chief, McQueena, Bilexo, and Jevon Moore. Again, another roster of players that I personally have not seen before. We're just waiting for the teams to join in with each other. Hopefully, that will be soon. But we will see where that is going to go very, very shortly. As I say, we're just currently waiting to see what's going to happen. Regarding that, it looks like we're about to go in with the teams here. That's a good chance for these cups, though, for players to sort of make their mark and to get an opportunity to blow people away. You know, it's no cheap prize pool. I'm not sure whether this was one of the buy-in competitions or not, but especially for the buy-in competitions, you've sort of got to invest in your own team's success, essentially, because the prizes are only usually for the top 3 maximum. And sometimes, in some cases, they're only for the top 1. But we've got here the two teams ready to go. And we're going to, obviously, as soon as they go into the match, we will switch across. But as you can see, if you want to get a last little look at the rosters, if you're just joining us here, these are the two teams that we're playing right now on stream, SSC Phantom and Cancel Lab. For the first time, both of these teams, I think, have played. I don't know if there's any players who may have played before in either team. I've personally not noticed any of them. I've got Al-Wahar as well. Interesting. But the teams look ready to go. The game's about to kick off. We've got the Al-Wahar game as well, in case this one gets boring. But our final game of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you're ready to see what's going to happen here. Again, it's one of those for me which I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen. Two teams I don't know, at least based on their website names. So maybe I'll find some light knowing their names off the screen. However, I'm not too certain, I must say. But so far, it's a nice start here to the game by the SSC guys. SSC Phantom are playing an interesting game in the nice white kit there, left to right. Obviously, Cancel Lab right to left. Over the top, ball comes in. And it's Amphas Kai. He missed the captain there. Looks to clear it down. A header comes in. Gimdi to Tribal Chief. Won back by Foz. Carnage looking to set off a teammate. Instead, he'll go to Ness in the middle. Now he plays it onto the left-hand side to Dimsu. Dimsu to X8 Theo. Over the top, ball, chip, pass, header across. Nearly a volley. Beerus will come out and collect the ball for a save. It was nearly the sort of the perfect start there to the game for these players. Unfortunately, not to be. But, as I say, we know how this cookie crumbles. And now it's going to be a pass into... Oh, a shot comes in. The goalkeeper will make the save. But again, we're starting to see an awful lot of struggle at the moment. with what's happening here. And now, over the top ball comes in again. It's won back and kept by the Phantom team, who are doing a very good job here at keeping hold of the ball. Theo will move it around nicely. And that's all you can ask for. It's a great pass forward. Shot comes in. It's off the post and out. The keeper just tips it onto the post. A fantastic save. I thought it would have went in there off the post. I don't think I've ever seen the ball bounce out off the post in FIFA, in EAFC. Who am I to call it FIFA? How disgraceful of me. But that is unreal. It is honestly unreal. And, you know, we can only say well done to the goalkeeper there. What an absolutely fantastic goalkeeping performance. As again, we're starting to see a lot more attacks sort of develop here for SSC Phantom, who seem to be the team who are going to cause most of the problems. It's over the top, headed away from Cancel Hub for now. Phantom are going to go back into the box again. Tribal Chief scrambles to get the clearance away. And that is the main thing here. What we're noticing is a lot of problems are being caused by just how amazing this team is playing at the moment. Phantom, they're passing the ball around really well. They're causing problems. They're breaking through into the dangerous areas. And that's all you can really ask from your team, especially on a stream derby. For both of these teams, they've not played before. So the way I see it, it's a newbie derby. You know, both of the teams trying to prove themselves. And I really like what I'm seeing so far from one of the teams. As they're headed away, Amphaskai gets a chance. Maradona turn will get defended well. Cancel Hub now set the ball off down the other end. But we're getting closer, I feel, to a goal. It feels like it's getting closer. Carnage finds it to Amphaskai again. Just the way they're passing the ball, the way they're moving. So cynical. It is honestly so cynical. And here we go. Again, possession maintained. Everything that comes out comes back in. And that's the way they're playing. Dimsu trying to get it forward. Will be defended well. And cleared away. Goalkeeper, though, will deal with it nicely. And get a goal kick. And to be honest, if Cancel can keep this up in terms of the way they're playing, and they can keep themselves in a good position here, then who's to say that they can't go up the other end and score? And they had a chance to there. These guys have soaked up the pressure really well. It's still 0-0. It doesn't matter how many chances Phantom have. If they can't score any, then it's irrelevant. And that's the main thing here. That is the main thing. We've got to see a difference here in that. And Cancel, I think they've sort of weathered the storm a bit when it comes to Phantom. Although that's offside. Goalkeeper Beerus is up again. Beerus has been a very, very good player in terms of knowing when to come out for the ball, knowing when to collect for his team. He's got his timing really, really well. And that's all you can ask for, again, from your goalkeeper. I think there might be a transfer needed for the first team we've seen today. They needed a goalkeeper like Beerus, who knows what he's doing, knows when to come out of his goal, knows when to cause problems for the opponent. He's the man who knows what's best for the team. And I must say, it'll be interesting to see if he will concede in this game, because I do think Cancel Hub here are going to come back up the other end and they're going to score a counter-attack, and they're just going to sit back and defend the whole time. Cancel Lab, they have no reason to go all aggressive when they've seen what's happening now. They've not really looked like conceding. The goalkeeper's been really good, and you know that's all they really need. They don't really need anything else. But here we go. It's a cross in. It's a header down. It's going to be a shot for Cancel Lab. It's not going to go in this time, but was arguably very, very close. It's not going to go in, though. Now here it is. Shot comes in off the line from Amphaskai. That was probably going in. The goalkeeper wouldn't have been able to get down that low. It was a fast shot. Chance to maybe break away. No. Cancel Lab starting to take control of this game towards the halfway point. Now it's going to be cleared to the other side of the pitch. Controlled nicely by Ait. Won back, though, nicely. Carnage has a chance here to put his team in the lead. He takes it. Nice skill, but he'll win it back. Ghost comes in. It's going to bounce back to Carnage, and this time it's upright corner. A bit of hard luck there for the defending team, but a very, very well put away finish. And you can't complain about that. That's what's needed. And there's half time. 1-0. Carnage, the goal scorer here. The difference between the two teams. CancerLab's plan was working until a bit of hard fortune. Attempted a clearance. Went the other way. And that's just, unfortunately, the way it's going to work here. But we'll see how it's going to work in the second half. If we can see a CancerLab come back at all, it would be interesting. It's only 1-0 at the moment, so CancerLab are going to try and find themselves on the score sheet. Try and find themselves at least a draw here in this game to put themselves some points on the board. We haven't seen any draws today, though. It's been 2 wins so far. Famalicao winning the second game, and the first game went very, very comfortably to, what were they called this time around? Ooh. Hang on a moment. To Misa, of course. Misa beat Nexus, yes. So that is the plan. But second half underway. Let's see how it's going to end in this matchup between these two teams. Smika down the left-hand side. Oh, offside's going to be given. It was given very late again. The officiating level in clubs is not very good, is it? Nice from Carnage. Smika's going to be through here. One-on-one. Great slide and tackle. Perfectly timed. The goalkeeper will come and collect Beerus here. But again, CancerLab are letting it get a little bit too close to home before they deal with it. And that's going to seem to cause them some problems. Especially if they can't seem to figure out a solution very, very quickly. It's going to be over the top here. It's a great ball. If it's onside, it's going to be dangerous, but he's offside again here, Demus. He's struggling to be onside. Tribal Chief is going to get a touch on it. Moving around CancerLab here. It's only 1-0 still. They've still got a chance if they can find a goal back. But I don't think they're going to have the luck that they want to allow that to happen. They will keep possession, though. Nice movement here from McQueena. Decent bit of speed on it. But can they get it to where they need to? That's into the back of the net. Tie this game up. At least go for a point. Maybe even push on for free if you can get 1 goal here. Win the second half. But it's a good header in. Flicked back forward. Nice movement. Only gems now. Nice roulette. Really nice. Span around the player. Comes out for a throw-in. But we're seeing some promising signs from the players on CancerLab. That's going to be out for another throw-in. They need a goal, though. They are only attacking third. But can they put it to bed is the question. Can they find a goal? Nice touch. Can they win the ball back? They can. Dangerous position, but Mivka with a great touch. It's going to be won back, though, dangerously again. And at the edge of the box, I think a bit of panic there from the players, not realising the ball was going to end up at his feet. And that's something that we need to see if they can improve with time to come. Be switched across the other side here. Then Renico to Tribal Chief. Pass down the line. Moving nicely here, Mivka. We'll go back to X8 Theo. It's going to be down the line. Header. CancerLab will intercept. Nice from Gijmi, who has a nice pass down the line there. Nice movement. Can they find something here? That's good. They're moving down the left-hand side. They're starting to build themselves into the game. That's a good pass there forward. It's onside. Into the centre. Tribal Chief. It goes for the pass. I'd have went for the shot. I'd have been greedy there. But he goes for the extra pass to the right back post and gets intercepted. But it's a lot better from CancerLab, especially in the build-up. If that's onside, that's a dangerous ball. It will be off, and I thought it was going to be. And that's actually quite high up the field as well, that they get the free kick. I don't know if it was that high up that he was offside, but Nez will win it back. Great interception. Launches Carnage, the goal scorer. That's a great ball over the top. It can be won, but Rock will get in there first. Contests nicely for the ball. Good header. Nice movement. Let's see if we can find an equaliser here in the last 20 minutes for Council Hub. These guys are unreal players, but can they find a goal? Can they finish the night off on a high note? That is my question. Smicker gets a shot off the post and out. He's going to try it again. The goalkeeper saves it. The defender puts it back into danger and gives a goal away. Beerus will be head in hands there about what's just happened. His defender has cost him a goal. He made the save. He would have kept the ball out. But unfortunately, it wasn't allowed to be like that. Here's Theo. Trying to find another goal here for Phantoms. Now the confidence is back on their street. I think this game is won now for them. That was a great pass. Beerus this time comes and collects. No problem. It's cleared down the line. But here we go. Rock keeps the ball in play. They're looking to get rid of the ball now, these players. But giving away straight to Amphas Kai, who's just going to try and go for a goal. I mean, that's all that's going to happen here. You know, that's all we know is going to happen with these two teams. Theo to Nez. It's one back. Okay, GJ, ME. Here's Xmox. Xmox now to Tribal Chief through the middle. Mivcat will get there. Oh, nearly found the first goal. It was nearly an interesting one. I'd never have seen that before. Wow, that would have been an incredible story, wouldn't it, if that paid off? But again, you know, we're looking here. That's offside. No, yeah, a referee again. I'm trying to look at the linesman every time a ball's played. The linesman's very, very slow to lift the flag. However, it looked offside by a mile again. And it looks like the game will just close here without Cancel Lab finding any success on the offence, which is interesting because they've had a lot of possession. Here we go, the 1-on-1. Mac will save it. Maybe they should have went bottom right, near post bottom, to confuse the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper makes a great save, and I think for Cancel Lab, there's not much more they can do in this game now at 85 minutes to get themselves back in the game. Maybe the goal there would have given them a spark off the kick-off potentially to try and find themselves an entryway back into this game, but I just don't think that's possible anymore. And I think that's lost. So, there you go. Unfortunate, but again, that is how it's going to be. 86 minutes. Again, just passing it around the back here. No rush at all. And it's just going to cause a lot of problem. But, you know, we've got time here on the clock. And we'll give the time to run down. Nice movement. Again, nice build-up play. They get into the dangerous areas, Cancel Lab. They have really good passing, but when it comes to actually, you know, dealing with the ball, they just can't seem to do it. We've got a bit of skills there at the end of the game. Final score, 2-0 to Phantoms. They did a very good job at holding off the attacks from Cancel Lab. Cancel Lab have a bit of work to do in that final third and what they can do, but a fantastic first day of matches then. It's been a good little league, I'd say. A good start to a great tournament, the Champions League. And obviously some teams played today. Some teams have already played all the games. Some teams have just played a couple of the games. So there's no point really doing an update right now on the group stage. But I'm sure for the next stream there will be at the very beginning an update on that group stage for you to see where the teams finished after the first couple of nights of gameplay. It's been a fantastic night. Again, a big thank you to Moe for having me back on. And a massive thank you to putting this tournament on. A big thank you to the players for being here. A big thank you to the fans for watching and giving your players the biggest cheers. I've been Ped, and it's been a fantastic evening of Pro Clubs yet again. I will catch you all, hopefully, next week for the next one. So thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you very, very soon for another round of amazing Pro Clubs action. Catch you later.
you.